So you're going to use present perfect using this structure. Have plus verb participle or participle, which is the third column. For example, for the verb to do, participle would be done. For speak, speak, spoke, spoken would be spoken. For work, work is like regular verb, so worked. Let's use the example here, done. So that's the structure for present perfect. Auxiliary, have plus the verb in participle, the third column. Third column. Now let's take a look at the examples here. I have lived here for 10 years. So in this example, I noticed that there is a period, 10 years. And because I use the present perfect, I understand that this period of 10 years is not ended. So if I say I have lived here for 10 years, you understand that this period, 10 years, continues. Notice again, have plus participle. But live is regular, so live, lived. It's a period that is not ended. So that's the number one use, when the period is not ended. One more example. Have you seen John today? Have you, not you have, because it's a question. Okay? It's a question, so you invert. Seen, participle. See, saw, seen. So participle, the third column. John today, because today is not ended. Today continues. So this is the rule number one. You use this structure when the period is not ended. One more rule. I have done my homework. When? Ask yourself this question. When? And every time the answer is, oh, I don't know, yesterday, or I don't know. So the time is irrelevant. So the time, you don't see time here, and the time is irrelevant. So we've seen that the rule number one is period is not ended. And the rule number two is when the time is not relevant. I have done my homework, and if you ask me when, it doesn't matter. I will write here, it doesn't matter when. Have you seen Titanic? So you ask me this question, Jairo, have you seen Titanic? And I ask you when? And you say it's not important because I said, have you seen? Again, I changed have and you because it's a question. So not you have, but have you when it's a question. Seen, participle. Titanic. Same thing here. I have done. So do, did, done. The third column is done. Participle, because this implies that the time is not relevant. Only two things you have to memorize when you use present perfect. Either period is not ended. I have lived here for 10 years, and this period, this 10 years continues. Have you seen John today? This period today is not ended. It's only gonna be ended at midnight. or when the time is not relevant. Like, I have done my homework. It doesn't matter when, but at some point in the past. Okay, so let me draw here the timeline. This is now. And something happened in the past. When? Here? Maybe. Here? Maybe. Here? Maybe. At some point in the past. Irrelevant point. Irrelevant. We don't care when. So you use the structure I have participle like done. Participle, the third column, something. In the past when the time is not relevant. Here, there's the timeline. This is now. Of course, this would be the future and here the past. And I have done something that started in the past, happened for a period, but it will continue. So that's what I mean. The period is not ended. And you have to use 4, 10 years when you say a number for the period. So 4 or 10 years. Or today. Today is not ended. This week. This week is not ended. This year. You can also say, I have done my homework since I started working. So this is the start, since I started work. But the end, we don't know. The moment when this period will be ended, we don't know, or is in the future.